1. Hello guys, how are you today? I hope you are in a good condition. My name is Naila Nursalihah and my friend Fatimah Zahara. Today we would like to share information about phrase. So guys, are you ready to start our material? Okay, let's get started. Do you know about phrase guys? Okay, let me explain the meaning of the phrase. A phrase is a syntactic structure that contains one or more words but does not contain both a subject and a verb, so it is not a sentence. A phrase has a central element as referred to as the head of the phrase. Phrase consists of a modifier that has a function to explain and a head that has a function explain. Modifier is an arrangement of the phrase itself consisting of a modifier that serves to explain and a head that functions as described. Phrase didefinisikan sebagai istilah dalam tata bahasa yang mengacu pada gabungan berbagai kata yang saling berkaitan dan memiliki makna, tetapi tidak termasuk subjek dan verb. Phrase tidak bisa memiliki batasan jumlah kata, namun yang pasti phrase harus lebih dari satu kata. Phrase ditambahkan ke dalam sebuah kalimat untuk membuat kalimat tersebut menjadi lebih kompleks. Dengan memahami bagaimana cara membentuk dan fungsinya, akan memudahkan seseorang menulis untuk membuat variasi di dalam suatu tulisan. Seperti yang kita ketahui, sebuah klausa membutuhkan pasangan dari subjek plus kata kerja. Namun tidak demikian dengan frasa. Contohnya, in front of the house dan a happy ending story. Frasa in front of the house akan menjadi kalimat sempurna bila misalnya ditambah subjek dan verbalnya menjadi I sit in front of the house. Begitu pula dengan contoh frasa a happy ending story akan menjadi kalimat sempurna misalnya jika ditambah menjadi most women like a happy ending story. Gitu. Phrase terdiri dari modifier yang memiliki fungsi untuk menjelaskan dan head yang berfungsi untuk dijelaskan. Modifier adalah kata atau phrase atau clause di dalam bahasa Inggris yang memiliki fungsi sebagai adjektif atau adverb yang menerangkan kata atau kelompok lain. Sebuah modifier dapat muncul setelah atau sebelum bagian kalimat yang dimodifikasinya. Modifier yang muncul sebelum head disebut dengan pre-modifier. Sedangkan yang muncul setelah head disebut post-modifier. Pre-modifier. Pre-modifier are the modifiers which modify the words that follow them in the sentence. Conventionally, the adjectives are usually placed before the nouns. So, most of the adjectives are pre-modifiers. Adverbs are often placed before the words they modify. Articles, determiners, demonstrative, proper adjective, descriptive adjective, compound adjective, participles, etc. are the adjectives which come before the nouns and modify them. Conjunctive adverb, sentence adverb, and some other adverb can work being placed before the verb or adjective or other adverb. Modifier letaknya di depan noun utama atau sebelum head. Contohnya, beautiful city headnya ada di city. Red flower, headnya ada di flower. Handsome boy, headnya ada di boy. Nice place, headnya ada di place. Beautiful garden, headnya ada di garden, dan lain-lain. Post modifier. Post modifier are modifiers which come after the words they modify. Summarily, the adverb come after the verb and modify them. However, some adjectives also come after the nouns and modify them. Most of the adverb of time, adverb of manner, adverb of place or direction usually come after the verb they modify. A positive prepositional phrase, infinitive, dependent clause, etc. usually come after the nouns they modify. Modifier letaknya di belakang noun atau setelah head. Contohnya, work hard, headnya ada di work. Study style, headnya ada di study. That girl in the red floral dress, headnya ada di that girl. Run quick, headnya ada di run. Babysitting, headnya ada di baby. 8 types of phrase. Ada 8 jenis phrase dalam bahasa Inggris yang perlu diketahui, antaranya number 1, noun phrase. Number 2, adverbial phrase. Number 3, verb phrase. Number 4, gerund phrase. Number 5, infinitive phrase. Number 6, appositive phrase. Number 7, participle phrase. Number 8, prepositional phrase. Number 1, noun phrase. Noun phrase consists of a noun and modifier. Its head is a noun. Noun phrase terdiri dari sebuah kata benda dan modifiernya. Headnya berupa kata benda. Noun phrase merupakan sebuah frasa yang merupakan hasil penggabungan kata benda, kata ganti benda, atau number. Frasa ini digunakan ketika sebuah kata benda dirasa kurang spesifik dalam menggambarkan sebuah kata benda. Frasa ini dapat dibedakan menjadi basic dan kompleks noun phrase. Untuk penyusunnya secara sempurna, ada 2 istilah yang perlu diingat, yaitu pre-modifier dan post-modifier. Masih ingat kan pre-modifier dan post-modifier tadi? Nah, pre-modifier itu modifiernya terletak di depan noun utama atau sebelum head. Sedangkan post-modifier itu modifiernya terletak di belakang noun atau setelah head. Contohnya, delicious food, headnya adalah food, modifiernya delicious. Sweet cake, headnya di cake, modifiernya sweet. Kalau untuk kalimat lengkap, ada pola kalimat noun plus noun, noun plus of plus noun, determiner plus adverb plus adjective plus noun, verb ing plus noun as gerund, verb ing plus noun as participle, and verb 3 plus noun as participle. Number 2, adverb phrase. Adverb phrase is a phrase that acts as an adverb. Its head is an adverb. This phrase modifies verb, adverb, or adjective. Adverb phrase adalah frasa yang bertindak sebagai kata keterangan Headnya berupa adverb. Frasa ini memodifikasi kata kerja, kata keterangan, atau kata sifat. Adverb phrase are known to answer the question that describe how, when, where, or how something was done. Seperti halnya adverb, suatu adverb phrase juga dapat menerangkan verb, adjektif, maupun kata keterangan lain, serta juga dapat menempati berbagai posisi dalam suatu kalimat. Oleh karena itu, mungkin dapat sedikit membingungkan untuk mendeteksi suatu adverb phrase dibandingkan dengan bentuk tunggalnya dalam suatu kalimat. Contohnya, after the lunch. Headnya the lunch. Modifiernya after. Too much. Headnya much. Modifiernya too. A little bit afraid. Headnya afraid. Modifiernya a little.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatimah Zahara and I'm here to continue Mbak Naila's presentation about kind of phrase. Okay, the third kind is verb phrase. What is verb phrase? But before we talk or discuss about verb phrase, you have to know what is verb. Okay, verbs are words that are used to describe an action like swim, drive, teach, etc. And the verb can either be an action verb or a linking verb that links the sentence subject to additional information regarding the subject. The information tells more about the subject. And the verb phrase is move the verb one step further by including the verb, complement, adverb, or object. Jadi verb phrase ini lebih komplit dari verb dengan menambahkan verb, complement, adverb, atau object. So it can conclude that verb phrase can be described as a phrase that acts like an adverb or adjective and comprises a verb and its complement, which may be either modifier or object. It can also be described as a verb phrase is a group of words that includes the main verb and any of its modal and or auxiliary verbs. Okay, this is about function of verb phrase. The first function, verb phrase as a predicate of the sentence. Examples: he was walking quickly to the bank. The word was walking. And the second sentence, the graduate is writing a CV. The word is writing. And the second function, verb phrase as an adverb or adjective. Example: to send money, you need some credit in your account. The words to send money. And the second example, David opened the window to let in the fresh air. The words to let in the fresh air. And verb phrase come into categories, atau verb phrase itu ada dua kategori, yaitu finite dan non-finite. The first one is finite. Finite show tenses, person, and number. For the example, I go, she goes, we went, and etc. And for the example, she was waiting in the room. The word was waiting. And the word was is the finite. And the second category is non-finite. The non-finite do not show tenses, person, or number. The example, you need to paint the whole cupboard starting from the bottom. Okay, the word starting, and starting is not a finite, so it's included in non-finite. Okay, the fourth is gerund phrase. What is gerund phrase? It is a phrase that starts with a gerund or an ing word and will include other modifiers and or object. It functions as a noun, so they will be subject, subject complements, or objects in the sentence. Okay, the next is example of gerund phrase. The first example, eating ice cream on a windy day can be a messy experience if you have long unkempt hair. Eating ice cream on windy day is a subject of the verb can be. And the second example, a more disastrous activity for long-haired people is blowing giant bubblegum bubbles with car windows down. Blowing giant bubblegum bubbles with the car windows down is subject complement of the verb is. And the last example is wild food adventures require getting your hair cut to a short shave length. Getting your hair cut to short shave length is a direct object of the verb require. Don't mistake a gerund phrase for a present participle phrase. Gerund phrase and a present participle phrase are easy to confuse because they both begin with an ing word. The difference is that a gerund phrase will always function as a noun, while a present participle phrase describes another word in the sentence. The fifth is infinitive phrase. What is infinitive phrase? An infinitive phrase will begin with an infinitive or to plus simple form of the verb. It will include objects and or modifiers. Infinitive phrase can function as a nouns, adjectives, or adverbs. The example of infinitive phrase, the first is to smash a spider. The words to smash. And the second, to kick the ball past the dazzle goalie. The word to kick. The next is about function of infinitive phrase. The example, the first is to finish her shift without spilling another pizza into a customer's lap is Michelle's only goal tonight. To finish her shift without spilling another pizza into customer's lap is function as a noun atau berfungsi sebagai nounnya because it is the subject of the sentence karena merupakan subjek dari kalimatnya. The second example, Lakeisha hopes to win the approval of her mother by switching her major from the fine arts to pre-med. To win the approval of her mother is function as a noun because it is the direct object of the verb hopes. The third, the best way to survive Dr. Peterson's boring history lecture is a sharp pencil to stab in your thigh if you catch yourself drifting off. To survive Dr. Peterson's boring history lecture function as an adjective because it is modifies way. The last, Calvin, as aspiring comic book artist, is taking anatomy and physiology this semester to understand the interplay of muscle and bone in the human body. To understand the interplay of muscle and bone in human body is function as an adverb because it explains why Calvin is taking the class. The sixth is a positive phrase. What is a positive phrase? A positive phrase is a group of words that function as a noun and renames another noun or pronoun in a sentence. It consists of an appositive or a noun and any modifiers. There are two types of appositive phrase. There are essential and non-essential appositive. Okay, the next is types of appositive phrase. The first type, essential appositive. Essential appositive gives information that that is essential or important to identify the noun or pronoun it modifiers. And it is not separated from the rest of the sentence. Jadi essential appositive itu memberikan informasi yang penting dari kalimatnya itu. Dan ini tidak terpisah atau tidak diberi koma. Kalau terpisah, maka maknanya akan berbeda. And the example, my friends Manges and Archit help me with everything I do. And my favorite book, The Alchemist, got lost last night. And the second type is non-essential appositive. Non-essential appositive gives extra information that is not necessary or non-essential appositive ini memberi informasi yang tidak penting. To identify the noun or the pronoun it modifies. It is separated from the rest of the sentence. The example, Alex, head teacher of the school, is very strict. Thor, the god of thunder, kills Thanos, the Mad Titan, in Avengers Endgame. The servant participle phrase. What is participle phrase? A participle phrase consists of a present and in ing or past participle and in the with modifiers and complements. The example, the first example, crunching caramel corn for the entire movie and washed with soap and water. The first example is the word crunching and the second example is the word washed. And participle phrase always function as adjective. The example, the water drained slowly in the pipe clogged with dog hair. Clogged with dog hair modifies the noun pipe. The last is prepositional phrase. What is prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrase is a group of words that begin with prepositional and contains a noun, which called the object of a preposition. A preposition is a short word which tells the position of a noun in relation to another noun in the sentence. Okay, the example. The sentence in the examples tell the relationship between the bear and the water by expressing where the bear is in relation to the water. The first word or the first example. The bear is underwater. The word in is the preposition and the word water is the object of preposition. The second, the bear is in front of the water. The words in front of is the preposition and the word water is the object preposition. Okay, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And if you have any question, you can write your question down in the comment. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.